I thought I'd do a crude review, just a basic review of the Sony Video Walkman digital video cassette recorder. This is the GV D800E and it is for the PAL region. So we have a look at the unit. There's a little catch here. Doing things with one hand, eh? While holding the camera. There we go. This side would hold a TV tuner, I believe. And I suppose back when this was new, in 2001 I believe, you would hook a TV tuner into this and you'd be able to record some live television. But technology's advanced quite since then, and even if I did have the TV tuner, I wouldn't receive any signal because everything's moved over to digital. On this side, we have a stereo headphone jack and a audio video input, and this sort of connection would be common with camcorders. This would be a standard 3.5 size jack, but at the other end of that would be the sort of these coloured connections, but the male version of this. Oh, that sounded dirty. But yeah, some pretty standard connections here. You've got when the camera focuses. Okay, there we go. You've got S-video in and S-video out. I believe S-video is just a slightly higher quality version of this, which is standard video out and audio left and right. So there's that. Come on, focus. There we go. We got a LAN C connection, which I'm pretty sure is for remote controls for Sony units. I know some of their camcorders have this connection as well. Nothing too special on the back. We've got our DC power jack for charging the battery or just using the unit from the wall socket. The info lithium battery, I'm surprised this actually charged and worked. I got the unit brand new, but considering its age, I didn't think it would charge and work, but it has, and it lasts about 2 hours, so very good stuff. And then the Firewire connection, which I believe is 9 pins, not too sure, but this would connect to a computer or a VCR or anything like that that would take a Firewire input. I believe this does, yeah, Firewire or digital video in and out, so if I wanted, I could send video from my computer here or from here to the computer, etc. So that's good. So the unit itself, it's basically a fancy version of a Sony camcorder, just without the camera portion. There wasn't many camcorders that I know of that would record to digital 8 but also play video 8. At least none that I've heard of. I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but I just haven't heard of them. So this gets the job that I want to do. It gets the job done perfectly. I run a service where people send me their old tapes, and I put them on DVD so as to preserve those memories for them. So having a unit like this where I might receive a digital 8 tape or a video / high 8 tape, I don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have the equipment or I can't do it. This will cover it for me. Also a benefit of having something like this, if there's a digital 8 tape or a video 8 tape that is recorded in long play, I don't have to worry about that because it will do it perfectly. Some of you may know that if you record a long play tape, say in a Canon camcorder, you would need that same camcorder or some other Canon equipment that would take the tape so it would play properly. That's not the case with this. I can take a long play tape that I've recorded in, say, a Canon camcorder and stick it in this Sony Walkman and it will work fine. So pretty standard features, I'd say, considering you got the data codes. I can have the display come up to show extra information. So with it like that, I just get the date and the time, and that disappears after a few seconds. But if I press the display button, when I insert a tape, I can see how long it's been running for. I've got the battery information. Come on, focus. There we go. It's telling me right now it's in single play mode or short play or whatever it's called. I always said SP, so I didn't really care. At the moment it's telling me it's in digital 8 mode. If I insert a video 8 tape, it will switch over. There's digital effects, which is standard on Sony camcorders, I believe. So I guess it's natural to have it here if I'm recording anything. I can add titles to the tape, playback zoom. There's a laser link feature, and that is a sensor on the back. Here, if I press the super laser link button, all the video and audio from here would be sent wirelessly from this part of the unit over to a VCR or a TV that supports the super laser link, that supports the laser link technology. And then we've got a menu which has a few extra features: hi-fi sound, audio mixing, if I've got any NTSC tapes. Now, considering this is a PAL unit, I was surprised to see NTSC anywhere in the menu at all. And then on a PAL television, playback mode, I've set it to automatic. And then we've got the LCD brightness, backlight, colour, record mode. I always leave it at a short play, single play, whatever. Audio mode, I've set it to show me how long long's remaining on the tape, and date code is set to come from whatever camcorder it was recorded on if it's there. I've set the clock, it's currently the 5th of August and it's 12:02. Letter size is normal and demo mode is off. And then there's a couple of extras: world time, beeps. I don't have the remote for this, unfortunately, but it's set to VTR2. The display is set to come out on the LCD screen. I can do some video editing if necessary right here. And then some editing of settings, infrared settings, etc. But since I don't have the remote, I can't do too much there. So yeah, there's also a slow-mo function. I don't think I've seen that anywhere else apart from here, and I'm not too sure how useful it will be, but it's there. It's there anyway, so that's nice. And then volume control and the eject. The only thing I don't like about the unit so far is the eject. When I do this, if my finger wasn't in the way, this sort of violently pops up, and I just have this feeling like something's going to come loose or something like that. So usually when I eject it, my finger's in the way anyway, so that's fine. I've got a video 8 tape here, video 8/high 8. This has some old, well, not old, the content's not old, but the tape is old. I recorded it through an old video deck that doesn't record in digital, it just records in analog video 8 format. So I just wanted to show that works. So if I pop the tape in, the unit will automatically switch over to video 8 mode when I press play. There we go, switching over. And it plays just fine. I recorded a portion of the EA 2015 conference, and this is the Mass Effect Andromeda teaser trailer. and you can't see it on the camcorder exactly, but the content has actually come out really nice and crisp compared to what I would expect. I expected some blurriness or stuff like that, but it's actually come out really nice. The camcorder, I doubt the camcorder I'm using is going to show the crispness, but it's really nice, and I am quite surprised. So yeah, that works perfectly well. Now, considering that that content was originally HD, I've essentially downgraded it to an old analog format, and it still came out looking quite good. So I was, as I say, I was quite surprised. When I eject the tape, the unit switches back to digital 8 mode. So I just take the tape out. If I pop a digital 8 tape in there, it plays also just fine, and I can also record to these tapes in digital 8 format if I desire. So if I just pop that down. This is just some outdoor footage I took while testing testing the camcorder's functionality without the night vision. There's a little square inside the lens that controls the night vision. It's been taken out, so if I turn the night vision on, all you can see is sort of into the infrared spectrum, so I was just testing that out. And it plays these tapes just fine. If I just rewind a bit. It plays them just fine. So yeah, it's overall it's a rather good piece of kit. Apart from what I mentioned about how when I eject, if my finger's not in the way, this sort of violently springs up. Apart from that, it's really nice. It lets me expand and offer more of a more services to people who want to keep the memories from their tapes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this somewhat crude review. If anyone's got any questions about the unit, I'll be happy to assist. But yeah, great stuff.